Welcome back. Well, we have something going on right now, and it says come a lot for fuel buyers, those that buy fuel in your car, sometimes in your gallon, however it is. But this is just an awareness video where fueling stations come a lot. Well, a man narrates how he was scammed of over 200,000 naira at a filling station where he saw it was supposed to buy 45,000. Like, it was more like maybe fill my tank. And before you know it, they were saying bring out 60,000. Well, that was about 20,000 extra away from what it was supposed to pay for. But I don't want to do so much talking. Let's watch this video and see what actually transpired. And I think I'll be giving us a caution tips on how to make sure you do not get scammed at a fueling station. We'll be right back.
Give me 1,000 for 12. I want to pay back my gas. You want me to pay for it forever? I dey pay. Me ma dey win. I win 250 and buy one for my incoming one.
It's every time solar problem happens. The last time I was here, and it's the same thing. Once the thing starts ticking like that.
Before you transfer, go inside.
The last time you people said solar problem too, and the exact same thing happened. Is it every time that solar problem happens? Is it every time? Is it every time that solar problem happens? Every time. Either the last time it was 10,000 additional. I kept quiet. You said solar. Now another 3,000. Solar cannot happen that my bill will reduce. Solar will happen, it will increase. Let's be realistic.
Alright, welcome back. Let me just give you the tips on how to avoid this. You're supposed to pay for 5,000 naira, and just for you to turn and come back and they're telling you it's 60,000 naira, and you're like, how? They're like, maybe the lights turned off. And if the light turned off, you should go off, not change the price. So anyways, always check the meter. Always check the meter before fueling. It must start from zero. And watch the pump throughout the entire process. Put your eyes glued to it. Confirm both liters and amounts before paying, and speak up immediately if anything doesn't add up. Everybody used to buy fuel.
No.
Anyway,
I can't relate.
I know, I understand, but of course this is for people who actually buy fuel a whole lot. Even if you're buying in your gallon, in your car, please just be very careful out there.
Yes. So moving on to the next story, we have a young doctor talks on multiple antibiotic usage. So this young doctor was trying to advise people on excess use of warning against excess use of antibiotics, which caused the death of a woman. The woman died due to sepsis. So let us see what that video is about.
There's a medical lab test that I would have banned if I had the power to, and I'll tell you why. So about 6 months ago, a woman came in to see me, and I greeted her, asked her how she was doing, and asked what the problem was, and she handed me a lab result. I looked at the lab result. It was a Widal test, and I told her, okay, what do you want me to do with this result? And she told me she wanted me to give her malaria and typhoid drug. Now, this is very common, so I wasn't surprised. So I tried to do what I do with other of my patients, which is to educate her. So I told her, ma, this Widal test is not an accurate diagnostic test for typhoid. I explained to her that the test at best would serve as a screening test, and that what the test would do, if I was to explain in layman terms, was to show the footprint of the bacteria that causes typhoid. And that just because you see my footprints does not mean that I'm there. I could have come here and gone and you saw my footprints, but that doesn't mean that I'm there. That the best test for diagnosing typhoid was a blood culture test. I even told her that most of the patients who had come to me that thought they had typhoid based on the Widal test, that when I asked them to do a blood culture, the blood culture did not see typhoid. This woman had already made up her mind. So she told me, doctor, please just give me the antibiotics, please. So I asked her, ma, what is the problem you're having now? She told me she's having a headache. I said, is there any other thing? She said she's having a little joint pain. I then told her that these are not specific for typhoid. Your headache could have been caused by a lot of things. It could be dehydration, it could be stress, it could be many other things. Their response saying this is how her own typhoid used to do her, that she has been treating typhoid every month, and that the doctor who usually used to treat her is the one that asked her to go and do this Widal test, and she wanted to see him, but his shop was closed. When she said shop, something triggered me in my head because doctors will not stay in a shop. I asked her, which doctor is that? And she brought out her phone and showed me his picture. It turned out that this person was a chemist and not a doctor. And this particular person has met me before for health concerns. She valued his own opinion more than mine because he was older than me. I told her, ma, every single time you have this type of headache and you go there, they give you an anti-malaria, they give you an antibiotic for the proposed typhoid, and they give you paracetamol. Now, it is possible that it was only that paracetamol that solved the headache that you were having. But you have now taken an antibiotic that you didn't need. And this is one of the causes of antibiotic resistance. And I told her I was not going to prescribe any antibiotics. That if she really wanted to know if she had typhoid, we'll do a blood culture. This woman stood up, got angry, and left. I didn't see her again. Now, fast forward to this December, this woman fell really sick and was taken to the hospital. A diagnosis of sepsis was made. For those who don't know what sepsis is a serious complication of a bacterial infection in the blood. When they did a blood culture, it turned out that the bacteria responsible for that was resistant to multiple antibiotics. Now, for people who don't know this, I don't think there's anything more scary to a doctor than seeing a culture result that comes out with multiple drug-resistant bacteria. Many people are scared of HIV, but a doctor will be a whole lot more scared of seeing multi-drug-resistant bacterial infection than seeing HIV. This is how bad antibiotic resistance is. The only antibiotic that was sensitive in this woman's case was 40,000 naira for a vial. This woman needed to take it 3 times a day for 7 days. If you multiply it, you see how expensive that is. Sadly, this woman and her relatives could not raise the money on time, and we lost this woman. I was planning to make a video on this whiteout test a long time ago, but this news necessitated me to make this video now. If I had the power, I would ban the whiteout test. Not because it doesn't have any value, but because its readings has been abused by a lot of people. If you want to know if you have typhoid, it is not with the whiteout test. It is with the blood culture. And if you have medical concerns, please listen to your doctor. If you've watched this video this far, please send this video to somebody. It's sad that many people don't know about this, and this knowledge is life-saving. Please share.
Right, welcome back. Well, you heard that. It's very important, especially buying drugs over the counter.
Over the counter,
and
yes.
a lot of ladies tend to have yeast infection, and the first thing they do is they just go and buy a particular tablet. I'm really trying to remember, but I cannot. That tablet is very popular.
Well, for yeast infection, that's a fungal infection. It's different from the bacterial.
No, it's different.
Yes, it's different from
you know,
bacterial
because
infection.
once they just feel like they're itching,
they just quickly
toilet
just
infection,
go
yeast
something.
infection. So
Well,
they
the
quickly
thing
go
is,
for that.
sepsis could happen to anybody.
Of
You
course.
abusing antibiotics,
It's
you
not
not
good.
abusing antibiotics, sepsis could happen to anybody. Because I think medically, it's just like there's so much infection in your body, and then for some people, they have to amputate their limbs if they are lucky, and then for some, it leads to death. So people just have to be very careful out
Be
there.
careful. Do not, never you take antibiotics without prescription.
And
It is as dangerous as anything.
but do you know what the sad part is? That people consume antibiotics unknowingly, because for some animals they use antibiotics to treat them. So if you are eating food and then you think you're not taking antibiotic, but you're eating food that is filled with antibiotics. So you have small infection that normal antibiotic tablet is supposed to fix, and then you find yourself, okay, they have bacterial antibiotic resistant infection. That is so
Are you
sad.
talking about the food or now the person?
No, the person now.
Okay.
The person, because
Okay.
everything just compounds together. Dangerous time we live in, my sister. Dangerous times.
It's not just dangerous times. In fact, I'm tired sometimes when you talk about food or you talk about drugs. I'll be like, can we just not do? Okay, we can't do without food,
We can't do without.
but can we do without drugs?
But you can't plant your own food.
I can if you try me.
Yes.
Write me a check.
No. You just need home gardening.
That's what I'm saying. Write me a check. Let me start
You
farming.
you don't need check for home gardening. You just need some recyclable material. Fill this with soil, and then you're planting.
Well, okay.
All right.
The next story. All right,
You are
let me
taking the next story.
Yeah, let me take the next story actually. Ogun State records its first ever commercial flight. This happened yesterday, and of course, Ogun State recorded its first ever commercial flight as a plane departed from the Gateway International Airport, GWI, and landed safely in Abuja just after 45 minutes. Now, this caused a lot of how do I put it, excitement. You know, going down the comment section, usually you see some negative comments and all that. People like, hey, Yay! Finally, Ogun State has an airport. But anyways, let's quickly watch this and get the excitement started again today. We'll be right back.
Created by ValueJet, gladly, from our airport, Gateway International Airport to Abuja. I want to thank the Almighty God for this grace, this privilege, this opportunity to see this vision come to fruition. And I want to congratulate all of you who are the first official commercial passengers taking off from this historic airport to the nation's capital to view the glorious day. I want to, on behalf of the entire people and government of Ogun State, wish all of you journey mercies. God be with us. God bless Ogun State. God bless Nigeria. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you.
I'm telling you, that's true.
It's a long distance. From where the airport is a long distance.
From the airport to the airport.
To Chile is a long distance.
State airport.
So Lagos is better off.
Nice one. Beautiful. So the airport is this side.
It's in between Shagam to Abeokuta.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't even look like.
Welcome back. Well, congratulations to residents of Ogun State. Now, yeah, it's not just Lagos now. You have an airport. It's not just every other state.
I'm proud of my state.
Oh, you're from Ogun State?
Yes, I'm from Ogun State. But people usually think I'm from Kwara State. I don't know why.
Where are you from in Ogun State?
I'm from Abeokuta. I'm Egba.
Anyways, well, congratulations to you then.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
So you'll be taking flights
Yes.
to Lagos?
No, I would not. But it's good to know it's there.
Of course,
it's good to know it's there. Yes. But then let me give you the broke explanation of it. When you are traveling by road, you get to enjoy the sights, the breeze blowing in your face. You get to enjoy the scenery. You get to relate with people on a different level. You get to see drama.
Are you
on
sure
the
that's
side.
the reason?
No, that's a broke explanation. That is a broke explanation for that.
Right.
So now to the next story. This is a shocking video of how rice are processed before being bought. I look forward to seeing this one.
Yes. Let's see.
Let's see this.
I was in the market and I sighted this guy pouring red oil inside rice. Red oil. You see, as he's mixing it, it is red oil that he's mixing. The thing now started looking like it is foreign rice. This is wickedness. So
Rice.
Baloka rice.
But wait, what is going on? Can't we just have our rice? Why are we mixing it with oil just to make it look foreign?
So have that sheen.
Please.
So have that golden. To have that golden sheen. So
please.
it's going to look as if it's foreign parboiled rice.
Oh, please.
Please just go buy your local rice. Maybe you buy your tapa or nupe rice.
You
It
know-
has lots of stone, but then it is even more nutritious.
Well,
But who has time for
is
the
that
stress?
stone part for me, right?
Who has time for the stress?
I'm just gonna no, come on. I would rather it's even the stones are removed and it's a bit expensive than having to go through that process. Sometimes you're very hungry, you just want to put the rice up a boil and just start eating. Then you have to start removing. And there are some stones that look like rice.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even know there's
When you put that,
oh, it just spoils everything in your mouth.
destroys
and
the
you're
milk.
scared to take the next spoon. Anyways, let's take this last video so we can go to the next segment. This one is a trendy video of a man with a suspended license who joins the court hearing via Zoom while driving. Your license is suspended and you were supposed to join the court via Zoom and they caught you driving. What a double punishment. Anyway, let's see this trending video of a man with a suspended license, and we'll be right back to the studio.
Mr. Harris, are you driving?
I'm not driving. Your Honor, I am not driving. I let Jesus take the wheel. Your Honor, I am not driving. I let Jesus take the wheel. Look.
You stationary?
I'm pulling over right now. Wait. Yes, I am.
All right. What are we doing?
Your Honor, we are respectfully requesting an adjournment in this matter, up possibly 4 weeks the court would allow.
Okay. So maybe I don't understand something. This is a driving while license suspended?
That is correct, Your Honor.
And he was just driving. And he didn't have a license.
No, technically I wasn't driving, Your Honor. I go to church every Sunday, and I was just not letting Jesus take the wheel.
That is with the charges, Your Honor, yes.
No, I'm looking at his record. He doesn't have a license. He's suspended and he's just driving.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Your Honor, again, I wasn't driving. I let Jesus... You see, I got allergies too. See, my allergies is messing up. I was trying to get to the doctor. I object, Your Honor. I identify as a passenger. It looked like I was driving, but I identify as a passenger rider. And I let Jesus take the wheel, so technically I was not driving without a license. I let Jesus take the wheel.
1 minute, Mr. Harris.
I object. I am going to jail.
I don't even know why he would do that. So, defendant's bond is revoked in this matter. Defendant is turning himself into the Washington County Jail by 6 p.m. today. Failure to turn himself in will result in a bench warrant with no bond.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Harris, I'll be giving you a call.
All right.
Welcome back. You remember me? I think we should just pull off our mic and let Jesus take the wheel. I let Jesus take the wheel. Jesus take the wheel, really.
What's most funny is I identify as a passenger.
As a passenger.
Please, I identify as a rich person. I want to go to the bank and then order for 100 million naira, and they're supposed to give me because I identify as a rich woman. Please give me the money.
Anyways, I think we have to wrap up so we can have the next segment.